I've started streaming. We're finding out now. Oh my goodness, I think that it's working. This is kind of slick. Let's try this. Where I say good morning. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the live taping of Podcast Pontifications for this Monday. Hi, I'm Evo. Nice to have you here. Once again, I'm doing things different. I don't know if you're watching this on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. Yes, Facebook. We're going to stick with Facebook. It's like a lighter you just pour on your face. Or the LinkedIn where I normally put things, but I'm spreading the message far and wide. I'm actually shoving this out to all of those platforms because why not? The topic I discussed a few days ago, weeks ago. Time is wonky. I'm getting content everywhere, so that's what I'm doing. So, hey, for the new people, my name is Evo. Thanks for joining me. You're about to watch the live recording, the live taping of my episode of Podcast Pontifications for today. It won't actually be published for another 2-3 hours, like starting right now. It published exactly 3 hours from now. But you get to watch the scenes, the behind-the-scenes stuff, as it were. Yes. And the topic of today is going to be taking the creepy out of personalized podcasts. Yep, that is what I'm going to talk about in just about another 2 or 3 minutes. But first, I just wanted to, I got to get the pipes warm, all that stuff. Now, if you want to stick around for the recording, please, you're more than welcome to do so. It won't take too long. But if you're busy and you want to move on and do things, Podcast Pontifications is where everything will be by 10 o'clock today. The edited version of the audio, I will then take a transcript. We'll correct that transcript, and then I will take that corrected transcript and write an entire article. So if you'd rather read content than listen to me speak, you can do that. And then also later on today, when Ali gets it done, the video, this thing here we're doing, will be put up on the YouTube channel, and that winds up on the episodes page at Podcast Pontifications. Everything goes there. Oh, and also at 10 o'clock today, I will send out the article that I've written to a few hundred people who have subscribed to Podcast Pontifications in their inbox. So lots of ways you can get this stuff, and I appreciate everybody out there looking. I started doing this I didn't start. I've been doing this almost exclusively on LinkedIn for quite some time, and so I want to go check in on my LinkedIn peeps because there's some LinkedIn peeps over there who hang out with me when I do this every day. Let's see if I can find it, if it's actually up and live. Hey, there it is. Let's get in there. Let me open up this post real quickly. I know you're hi Arlen. There we go. I know there are people who are watching on Twitter and Periscope and YouTube and a few other places. I'm not going to check all of those, but I do want to say good morning to the LinkedIn peoples. But good morning to you too, watching on YouTube. And you, I see you on Twitter. I don't see you on Twitter. Actually, I do. I can see the number of people that are live on the program. Right. So creepy out of personalized podcasts is the topic of conversation. So let me move my script over somewhat closer to the camera so that I can not do too much looking down. All right, so that looks good over there. Let me close out that. I think we're getting in pretty good shape here. Let me do a quick test of this. There's the cold open for the show. Personalization of podcasts. Personalization of podcast is filled with pitfalls. 3 plosives in the beginning text. Personalization of podcasts is filled with pitfalls, including a well-deserved reputation of being creepy. But the true benefits of personalized podcasting have nothing to do with making ads better. That's the message we're going to do. And we're going to do it right now if you guys are ready. I'm ready. All right, we're recording, Ali. Personalization of podcast is filled with pitfalls, including a well-deserved reputation of being creepy. But the true benefits of personalized podcasting have nothing to do with making ads better. Hello and welcome to another Podcast Pontifications with me, Evo Terra. Podcasting is a one-size-fits-all medium. We, the podcaster, you, the podcaster, create once, publish once, and it's distributed everywhere. So, C-O-P-O-D-E, Capode? Yeah. But is that one-size-fits-all approach that you and I have been taking to podcasting really the best listener experience? Now, I start by saying it is difficult to talk about personalization of podcasting without getting the side eye from the privacy advocates out there. Hi, Andrew. But that's only really because personalization has been a cover for so long of just privacy invading tactics that really just give you better ad targeting that can make the platforms more money. I understand why people who are privacy advocates look at personalization askance because, we've not done a fantastic job in lots of things. We've done some absolutely terrible things in the past, all under the name of personalization and making more relevant content when it's really not been that way. But better ads isn't really what humans want out of the deal. That's not what when I want something that is personalized for me, it's for me. What matter what's personalized for you, the person giving the content to me. But we're humans, we want personalization, but because it's personalization, we want different things. What I want from personalization is different than what you want from personalization. And we each and every one of us want to reap the benefits of personalization. I heard a great story recently that stuck in my head, which is why I want to talk about this today. There's an Englishman. It's not a joke, by the way. The story came from an Englishman, and as an Englishman, he has a favorite pub, and he's well known in that favorite pub. And here's his story of personalization. For him, personalization is when he can walk into the pub, the bartender makes eye contact with him, and immediately the bartender begins pouring that Englishman's favorite pint. That is the perfect customer experience in his mind. Maybe he gets to skip ahead of the line. Maybe also because he's known by the bartender, he can just put it on a tab that he pays at the end of the night. Who knows, right? But what we do know is this. In order to figure that out, in order to make that personalized experience, the bartender didn't need to know this guy's birthday. The bartender doesn't need to know the address or even the zip code in which this gentleman lives. He just needed a certain amount of data, just the right amount of data, in this case, beer preference, to deliver in his mind, the patron's mind, the perfect customer experience that is highly personalized. Now, of course, that wouldn't work for me, being a craft beer nerd. I want to see what's on the menu. I want my bartender, however, I can still have a personalized experience because I want that same bartender, when I go up and say, what's new tonight, that bartender will be able to skip all of the saisons, the lagers, and the hefes and just go for the things that he knows my palate is into. Of course, everything's there if I want to explore it. I'm not talking about limiting my choices. I'm just talking about getting a personalized experience that is likely what I want because I have given some data to said bartender to make that personalized experience. They know my palate. All right, enough talking about beer, Evo. What does this have to do with the podcast listening experience? How do we make a more personalized podcast experience? But more importantly, what might listeners want from a more personalized listening experience rather than the one-size-fits-all approach we give them today? Well, let's see. For example, here, Podcast Pontifications, this show that I do 4 days a week. Maybe there's someone out there who only wants to get certain sections. Maybe they only want to hear my thoughts on listener experience, like this episode. And maybe future forward thinking, another topic I have. Or perspective shifts, another category. Maybe just those 3 things are what they would like to have sent down to them. That's the ones that they get the most value of. Again, I'm not stopping producing any of the rest of the content, but that person just wants perhaps those 3 topics sent down to them. If they wish to see what else has happened, if maybe I don't talk about those for a week or so, maybe there's something that comes up where they can then go back and look at all the episodes. I mean, they're all available. Everything's in there, but maybe their app only gets a notification sent to them when it meets these particular criteria. Who knows? Or maybe there's a listener out there, we'll use the Geologic podcast, a show by a friend of mine, George Schraub. Maybe that listener wants a much shorter experience with only comedy, or more comedy, I guess I should say, and less science, because George does a good mix of comedy and science. I don't know why somebody would want that, but regardless of that, more comedy, less science. So maybe they're going to opt out of the sciencey stuff like Interesting Fauna or Rupert McClanahan's Indestructible Bastards. Getting rid of those things out, just so they get more and more of the funny stuff. I don't know. Maybe that works for them. But again, they would have all of the content there and available, just the sections sent down to them in their feed, their personalized feed that they made a choice of, would just be those sections. Or maybe a network like Q-Code, which makes great serialized podcasts, lots of fiction-y, cool, well-told, self-contained series. Maybe they know that this listener is a mainliner, and they're going to wait then to dump all of the episodes of a show of their serialized content down to that listener when it's nearing completion. Maybe the second to the last episode or something like that. Giving them time to get caught up and then boom, 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 mainline through it. Maybe. These are things we can do with a certain amount of personalization in podcasting. Also, you should know, stepping away from podcasting for a moment, in the larger world of CX, customer experience, this is the direction the industry is headed. This is the direction where the experiences we as customers and listeners our customers gets more highly personalized. Even for us podcasters. Because done this way, personalization does not have to be creepy, doesn't have to be invasive. As long as whoever's doing the personalization makes the benefits to the customer, to the listener in our case, obvious and demonstrably better, people will then have no trouble stepping up and saying, well, here's just the right of information you need to know about me to give me that highly targeted experience, not targeted ads. That's the different thing. So keep our eyeballs on the future of this personalization. I think we podcasters are in a unique situation to take advantage of it where not a lot of other broadcast-style media can. So this is something that's worth thinking about. How would you modify your content? What do you think that your listeners might want from a personalized experience from you? I encourage you, as I often do, to share the content here with your other podcasting buddies and see what thoughts they have, to see what collectively you can come up with, how you and your peer group might rise up to these coming wave of personalization in a very non-creepy and all-benefiting listener way. And if you got any value out of this whatsoever, please go to buymeacoffee.com/evoterra and, well, buy me a virtual coffee. That's always nice. That's it. I shall be back tomorrow with yet another podcast, Pontifications. Cheers. I've stopped the recording. Let's see what's going on now on some of my streams over here. Let's check over on LinkedIn. I just have Arlen's good morning, and once again, good morning, Arlen, to you. I still see some people are checking the thing on the Twitters and on the Facebook. I never go to Facebook. You guys are over there to it, and even one person on YouTube. Well, how awesome is that? How awesome is that? I appreciate all of you hanging out with me on this. Curious what your thoughts are. If you can always email me, evo@simpler.media. evo@simpler.media will get an email to me. That's always lovely. Let me know what you're doing. And that's it. Have an enjoyable rest of your day, everybody. I'm going to go to get some things knocked out. Hey, good news. Today, second shot for me. Right in here, baby. Going right in here. Second vaccination shot. I will be handled. I hope you are in line to get yours. Hope you will get yours. We're all in this together, as we have unfortunately seen, except for the over 500,000 that aren't. Just in the States alone. So, get your shots. Mine are coming up. Yay, happy. And that is it. Have a lovely rest of your day. See you tomorrow. Bye.